It's going to be funny now as a result of the fake unboycotting Target unlocks the hidden secret super boycott level. Target really thought they could bring out the League of Unextraordinary Negroes to stop the boycott. I think I applied for the League of Unextraordinary Negroes. I'm on the wait list. I'm on the wait list still. Shout out to all the subscribers and the members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video. My name is Reese Waters, and I'm troubled. Well, black people, are we boycotting Target or not? I mean, come on. Are we boycotting Target? Because Walmart and Temu keep sending me these hey big head texts. What's up?
We are asking people continue to stand with grassroots leadership in the state of Minnesota, where Target is actually headquartered, and not clout chasers, not fake pastors, not fake activists trying to co-opt our work. These people have received awards from the National Association of the NAACP and the Route 100 for our work. So they have no credibility. They don't speak for us. They didn't stand in the gaps for us when George Floyd was killed or when Operation Metro Surge happened. We stood for us and with the community. We speak for us, and we will never sell out our community for crumbs or a seat at Target's corrupt table. So we are asking people, continue to double down and hold Target accountable. The boycott continues.
I ain't know she called a man a fake pastor. I ain't know she called a man a fake pastor. I ain't know she said all that. I knew about the clout chasing. I ain't know about the fake. Are the Bibles real? Are the Bibles real? Hey, do you have the hand fans? Does he have the hand fans? Somebody that go to Jamal Bryant Church, let me know if he had the hand fans. If he has, he needs the Sojourner Truth, the MLK, the Marcus Garvey, the Harriet Tubman, it's the A. Philip Randolph, his whole collection. I was going to get my collection. He should have, I think it's a Fannie Lou Hamer. He should have at least 3 of those in his church at all times. That's how you know whether or not he's real or fake pastor. He should have at least 3 of those. Somebody let me know. Fake pastor. You saying his Bibles don't have all the books in them? Find out he got Trump Bibles in his church.
It's been a year and I'm grateful. They didn't think we could do it, but we did. History has just been made. The most effective and powerful boycott by black people since the Montgomery bus boycott 70 years ago. We asked for 4 things, and I'm grateful to God that we've got 3 of them. They have invested $2 billion back into the black community as they pledged after the death of George Floyd. On top of the $2 billion, an additional $100 million to immediate organizations that are meeting the needs within our community. Number 2.
Am I the only one that saw those people walk behind him? Did you just go to a Target and record that? Well, first of all, having a Target thing behind you was definitely a choice. That was definitely a choice, for sure. But it sounded like you just went to a Target to at least have some black people with you at the Target. Like, it would have been a better look if you just would have had some black people milling around put them in with AI or something. Put in some AI black people. Target has done that before. We've seen the black hands on the ads and stuff. We have seen Target out here trying to say, hey, big head to the black community. They could have helped you with that. I assume you have conversation with Target corporate. If you would have sent this to Target corporate first, they could have helped you with that. You know what I mean? You didn't have to go out like that.
We asked them to partner with HBCUs. They have found, and we have found collectively, one that will do our pilot program with 12 other HBCUs to follow. Number 3, a reimagining of DEI. It's been a rough year for our community. 300,000 Black women have lost their jobs, and this is the highest unemployment for our people in years. The only thing that we didn't get accomplished, but we're still working towards, is an investment into Black banks. And I'm believing by grace, it's gonna get done. This new CEO has come handling business, and I'm glad to walk with him. The immediate target fast has come to an end. We claim victory, we're grateful. Go in or stay out, but I'm grateful unto God. It's open.
Let's see, Target faced 2 DEI boycotts. One ended, the other hasn't. Here's why. A year-long national consumer boycott of Target over its diversity, equity, and inclusion rollbacks is ending without any changes to the retail giant's policy. I mean, it's right. It's right. It's right there on the USA Today. Am I supposed to keep reading? Because he almost treating us like we MAGA. Like we don't even have the ability to Google anything. And not only that, we got AI mode now. I ain't even have to read the USA Today. Let me see what AI. We got AI mode. I didn't even have to go to the article. One of the boycott's leaders told USA Today he made the decision after productive conversations with the retail giant and its CEO, Michael Fidelki. Pastor Jamal Harrison Bryant, the senior pastor at New Birth Missionary Baptist Church outside Atlanta, said in an exclusive interview that the boycott made significant progress and he would continue to hold Target accountable to Black shoppers, employees, and communities. But in materials Bryant's organization provided to USA Today, Target did not offer concessions or reverse changes the company made to its DEI and other policies after Trump took office in January 2025. There are no new commitments, no reversals, Ebony Porter Ike, a spokesperson for Bryant, confirmed. I'm sorry, come again? I'm sorry, come again? Not a spokesperson for Target. Not a spokesperson for Nekima. A spokesperson for Bryant said there are no new commitments and no reversals.
Oh, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Did that spokesperson know that he sent the whole video out? Did that spokesperson know he went over to a Target where there was no Black people and shot that whole video in front of the insignia and the... That's bad. That's bad. Your own spokesperson, your own. I don't need a spokesperson like that making me look that crazy. Hey. That would be like me having Officer Tatum speak for me. I don't need nobody have me looking that crazy. The leaders of the first declared national boycott held a press conference in front of Target's Minneapolis headquarters on March 11th to distance themselves from the Bryant announcement and to pledge they would continue shunning the company until their demands are met, particularly on DEI. How can you call off a boycott focused on diversity, equity, and inclusion and have no results to show for it? That's a slap in the face for the people, said Nekima Levy Armstrong, founder of the Racial Justice Network. Armstrong called on shoppers to continue to avoid Target. This Target boycott is not over. That is quite a difference of opinion. They are quite far apart. It's no wonder they couldn't work together in the beginning.
Why can't the founders of the Target boycotts and the Target fasts just work together. You commented this on one of my videos. This is for you.
We asked for 4 things, and I'm grateful to God that we've got 3 of them.
Pastor Jamal Bryant posted that video the day he ended the fast. Saturday morning, he went on CNN, and this happened.
So you acknowledge now that since the video, since calling off the fast, that you've got 2 of the 4.
Yes.
Now you've got 2 of the 4.
Yes. We asked for 4 things, and I'm grateful to God that we've got 3 of them.
Now, I've been covering the Minnesota action, which is called the National Target Boycott, since it started. And when asked why the Minnesota group wouldn't work with the other groups, this is what they've said the entire time.
I was asking what communication was taking place between y'all. That's when you said you did not want to work with them. That took place in April of 2025. So what I am...
Yeah,
so,
and I told you why. I said
no, I got you.
work with them. And they don't have integrity, Roland. And as you just saw this week, that is a clear example of them not having integrity. We don't need this kind of confusion in our community. Now they're trying to save face, talking about they're still in it. We don't need you in it. Go find something else to do with your time that doesn't involve confusing Black America at a time like this. How can you stand with this man in Washington, then turn around and say, oh, I'm still boycotting. Oh, my organization. No, you made a choice, and so did we.
And thank you for that, Georgia Fort. And here's how we got here.
You know who really messed up the Target boycott? The media.
The boycott of Target that lasted more than a year is now coming to an end.
If Pastor Jamal said he was ending the fast, why did the media say that he's ending the boycott?
Am I hearing correctly that it is officially over?
I am speaking expressly around the Target fast.
The Target boycott has officially ended.
They were probably just trying to get their advertising dollars back from Target. Here are the facts. On January 25th, Nina Turner made this social media post calling for people to boycott Target with one demand: that Target restore DEI. Which, I'll be honest, being in Minnesota, I never saw this post until now. On January 28th, I got a press release that Nekima, Jaylani, and Monique announced the launch of what they called the National Target Boycott, with 6 demands posted on their website, nationaltargetboycott.com. Now, both of those efforts started February 1st. A month later, the 40-day Target fast started by Pastor Jamal Bryant, which had 4 demands. So maybe some of the confusion started on day 41, when the fast did not end, and the website, targetfast.org, started to represent both the fast and the boycott started by Nina Turner.
Some of the murky confusion that has taken place is that we have interchangeably used the Target fast with the Target boycott. 2 different things.
As we reflect now on how we got here, I watched that entire press conference in D.C., you know, the one that sparked all the headlines that the boycott was ending. It's actually confusing, not because of what was said, but because of what was not said. None of the speakers ever said the words, "the boycott continues."
People have to decide whether or not Target is worthy enough for you to go back in their stores.
We also didn't hear anyone reiterate the demands to end the boycott that was called for on January 25th.
Ultimately, people have to make their own decision. But as for me and my house, we will not be going back to Target.
So if the boycott isn't over, what are the actual demands to end it? Tap in for part 2. And no, I'm not going to Target. I came to get some coffee.
It's going to be funny now as a result of the fake unboycotting Target unlocks the hidden secret super boycott level. Target really thought they could bring out the League of Unextraordinary Negroes to stop the boycott. I think I applied for the League of Unextraordinary Negroes. I'm on the wait list. I'm on the wait list still. So we not boycotting? Did we unlock the super secret level? Or what's the?
They have invested $2 billion back into the Black community.
I'm going to stop you right there. It's over when Black women say it's over. From what I understand, Pastor, you didn't start this boycott. You co-opted it. And it's not over. You don't get to say that it's over. Especially when you got nothing out of it. I know what you told us was achieved, but no. Sell that shit to someone who's buying it. The boycott is not over. It's over when black women say it's over.
Okay. All right. Cool. Now we got that clear. Now we got black women. Black women. Y'all want to weigh in here?
In our weekly Negro meetings, this never came up. Who said the boycott over? Jamal Bryant? No shade to Jamal Bryant. Great order. Yeah, he talk good sometimes. He don't tell us what to do. And this is not to Jamal Bryant. This is to Target. This is to America. There's no one person that controls black people. There's no leader in the black community. And that's by design. Because every time we had one, you killed them. Every time we had one, you arrested her and killed her. Yeah. Or you sterilized her. Shout out Fannie Lou Hamer. So there's no leader telling us what we gonna do and what we not gonna do. And let me tell you something. Black women said we not going to that goddamn store. Yeah. So, I mean, shout out to Jamal Bryant for trying to take the lead. I don't know why you would want to do such a thing when this country is notorious for killing leaders and schools of girls. Why you would want to step up to that plate and eat, I have no idea. Do your thing. But stop with boycott. Y'all getting that Kmart treatment. You can revamp, revise, renew. We not going back. You talking about the DEI boycott over. Girl, bye.
That's one for still boycotting. That is one for still boycotting. No, we got a lot more to go.
Ain't Jamal, you miss Target that bad? And quite frankly, I don't care how bad you miss it. It's still a hell no, we won't go. I don't care how many meetings you've had with Target. I don't care what money was on the table for you to switch up. It's still a hell no, we won't go. And first of all, Jamal, who the hell told you that you was in charge of telling us that the boycott was over? Second of all, who told you that you were the one that convinced us to boycott Target? I understand that you was on your high horse and you made yourself the face of the Target boycott, but we didn't need you, sweetheart. It was our morals and our values that allowed us, and it was Target not reversing or standing 10 toes down on not reversing their DEI initiatives that made us boycott Target. So please miss me with the, oh, we're done now bullshit. But Jamal, if your heart is telling you to go back into that Target, do what you got to do. But as far as for me, I'm going to need to see what those productive meetings consist of before I step foot in there. And quite frankly, I ain't missed it. So I'm not compelled to go.
Okay, now it's reaching a consensus with the black women. I'm sensing a theme with the black women and where they at with it. But of course, there's got to be some solidarity. So, black men, what's happening?
Apparently, Jamal Bryant is saying that the Target boycott is over. The f*** it is. What the f*** is a Target? The Target, the shit is over when we say it's over. We want to see that shit in motherfucking dirt. I want to see that shit turn into a goddamn Kmart. Ain't nobody going back to no motherfucking Target. Give a fuck if they brought DEI back or not. Fuck that shit. They came out of nowhere taking credit for a boycott that was already happening before the nigga showed up. What are you talking about? You don't get to decide when the shit's over. It smells like somebody got sent a motherfucking check.
Okay, I feel what you're putting down. Especially when you're talking about the check. Ain't gonna be too much of this Kmart slander though. What did Kmart do to catch these strays? Huh? Did Kmart get involved in something? Ain't but 1K. They ain't 3Ks. It's 1K. Kmart. They ain't never hurt nobody. Kmart been there for us for decades. If you gonna treat Kmart like this, then what is Target's motivation to act right? Oh, I'm gonna be a friend of the black community and end up like Kmart. Come on. Next thing I know, y'all gonna be out here slandering Woolworths in Burlington. Is nothing sacred? Hey, you better stay off Ross and TJ Maxx.
Child, I can barely speak again, but y'all know when I saw this and I left, this is definitely something I deem as news. With all due respect, Pastor Bryant, You did not start the Target boycott. Black women did. Therefore, you cannot end it. Don't you hate it when a man comes in after black women have done all the heavy lifting and acts like they spearheaded some shit and they did it, and therefore they can say, you know, okay, they've paid these organizations. Mine allegedly is one of them too. And so that's enough. So that's enough. Whatever these three out of four things you got that you decided were enough for people to go back and shop at Target, you're not a black woman, sir. You're not. We're the ones that made Target what Target is. We gave it that name. We made it a safe space for you to come on Saturdays to walk around and browse and spend money that you shouldn't have on shit you don't need, and go to Starbucks back before we knew they were genocide bucks. And so, no, you can't say when it ends. We can. And quite frankly, I ain't never going back to Target, because unless Target told you they about to give 300,000 women, the 300,000 plus and counting black women who lost their jobs because of DEI rollbacks in this country, 6-figure or more jobs, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't care about all this money you talking about. They done sprung around. Because where's that?
Yeah, that was an old school T.I. Where they at though? That was a where they at though. I tell you what, Jamal Bryant, I think you got one. I think you got one that's with you.
Hey y'all, I'm just checking in. I heard that Reverend Jamal Bryant said this Target boycott was over. And so I thought that no, never mind. The universe said that the boycott needs to still be going. Reverend Bryant got his divine messaging crossed.
I spoke too soon. Sorry, I spoke too soon. So yeah, you still ain't got on the board, Jamal. You know the black women and the black men are kind of moving in solidarity here. Maybe the allies might be a way. Maybe you go with the allies, the ancillary.
Hello? Oh, hey, Stacy. Yeah, I did hear that some mega pastor said that just because some man says the Target boycott is over, he's not in charge. No, that's not reason to go there, Stacy. Black women have said the Target boycott is not over. In fact, black women have said the Target boycott will be over on the 12th of never. That's right. Just because he may preach the word of God in his world, but in my world, the word of God comes out of the mouths of black women. Full stop. They made no concessions. We don't care if Easter is coming and no one needs to go to Target. Target doesn't even exist to us anymore. Unless you're just being performative, they're dead to us.
Now, when you losing the allies, when they dragging you to stay in solidarity with black men and women, it's over. That's a new kind of shame right there. Hey, turn that camera back on. Record something. Not back in front of Target.
The very last thing I ever want to do is be a proponent of division or divisiveness. I want us to be together as one. This week, I failed at doing that. When it is that I called for the end of the Target fast, most in our community and culture were disappointed, angry, frustrated, and bewildered. What did it mean? Have you sold out? Have you given up? You wave the white flag? And emphatically, the answer is no. Publicly, privately, to the press and in conversation, I have heralded out loud the remarkable leadership of Attorney Nekima, Representative Nina, and Sister Soldier Tamika Mallory. I think that they are incredible leaders. And I don't want history to record that I tried to stand in the way of the leadership of warrior women. I absolutely tip my hat to them for their innovation, for their courage, for their passion, and their fire. It was my intention then, as it is now, to walk alongside them, but to never walk in front of them. Let the record reflect and show that it was Black women that started this movement. It was Black women who were at the helm. It has been my privilege to stand alongside them. I am grieved that because of the pain and the trauma and the triggers of leadership of days gone by, it was an immediate presumption that we have been bought off, or that I have been bought off. And I wanted to tell you, as God is my witness, I have not, and I would not. I am grateful to be free, to know that what it is that I do is because a charge I I have, and a God to glorify.
Now wait a minute. Now I'm more confused. Now I'm more confused. So you weren't paid? You weren't paid off, but you still went down to the gated community Target and recorded that with the couple walking behind you, despite the fact that none of the concessions have been made, according to your own spokesperson. And then we went from 3 to 2. It made more sense when we thought money had exchanged hands. Now I'm more confused. I ain't been this confused since Vacation Bible School. Honestly, you tell me something.
I be quiet, but when he leave, I be talking again.
But one thing that we can at least be clear on and have a consensus is the effectiveness of the boycott up to this point. Well, I can tell you this, Wall Street was feeling exactly like we were as Target stock plunges 7% as the new CEO pick disappoints Wall Street. There won't be change when change is needed. Investors have been hoping for an outside executive to take over the flailing chain, which has reported dismal results in recent quarters and lost ground to big box rival Walmart. There are no shortage of critics out there, Fidelki said in an internal meeting on Wednesday. The way to prove those critics wrong is with action that leads to results. I'll show you some action and some results right here with this common stock chart. I can see some action and some results right there.
Y'all, we know that the boycott against Target is not over. I don't care how many self-proclaimed spokespeople for the Black American community pop up and proclaim otherwise. We are done with Target. But there's some good news, though. The way that we have been moving is the right way. How do I know this? Because we are the topic of all of this conversation. Target is spending millions of dollars on slick PR and marketing campaigns and plans to remodel their stores. And then you have these self-proclaimed spokespeople for the Black American community talking about, oh, it's all good, we're back. No, we are not. But that just proves how important our Black dollar is. And we need to continue to keep the pressure on, not only on Target, but every other company that has decided that they are going to disrespect us and our humanity, but still expect us to spend our hard-earned money with them. Absolutely not. And it's wild to me how all these other folk think that they can disrespect and insult we Black Americans, and then they can tell us what we need to do and how we need to move. That's the epitome of white supremacy and arrogance. And this also ties into what's going on politically, beginning with the Texas Democratic primary. There's a connection because, again, white liberals and other marginalized groups and some Black folks feel that they can tell we Black Americans how we need to vote without earning it. But guess what? Just like with our votes, these businesses are going to have to earn the Black dollar. That means that our power is considerable. And we need to keep that in mind.
And amen to that. Jamal Bryant, we're gonna have to get another explanation. Because that one, everything that you was talking about, you knew before you went down into that Target. So, and I don't. We got to get a new explanation. And while you explaining that, can you explain this as well? I mean, we ain't sit through that long ceremony for them to award another movie for this, Jamal Bryant. We did not. Come on. No, Michael B. Jordan didn't march up to that stage for this. Delroy Lindo didn't catch ends at the BAFTAs for this. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I would like to wish you a happy Women's History Month. Shout out to all the women whose hard work makes this channel go.
I ain't the one, baby.
Wait a minute. No, because you got Miss Ray doing the mods, and you got Regina doing the research, and your wife be doing the admin. You got nothing but women up here. This a whole DEI operation. I'm telling Trump. Nah, I'm telling Trump. This a whole DEI thing you got going on here. What you mean, what's DEI?
How do you interpret DEI?
And I would also like to shout out all the women who show up and support the channel every single day. People like Gigi, the crochet queen, who sent me this. Love your channel. Here's a pic of me wearing the Who Raised Y'all t-shirt. I love it. Excellent quality. It's in my weekly rotation. Be blessed and keep informing us in only the Reese way. You make me feel like a natural woman. I'm yours. I see you, Gigi. Now, I had a babysitter that liked to crochet. I didn't know you was the queen, though. And she's not going to take that well. She is not going to take that well.
I said, what? She said, yeah. I said, no.
People like Kel, who sent me, I took time out of my day to send you this. Quiet as it's kept. I hate taking pictures due to my big-backed activities, but I wanted to show my support. I love your channel. Woman to woman. Kel, honestly, if it wasn't for big-backed activities, I wouldn't have no activities. That's what I put down. I just had my physical, and for activities, I put big back. That's what I do there.
Yeah, boy. That's it. That lovely.
I enjoy watching your Who Raised Y'all segment so much, I just had to cop that merch. Keep bringing the truth and the funny to us 99% bottom feeders of the world. Also, good to know that we have great taste in Basquiat and Marley. Bless up. From Yolanda from Wakanda. Man, the best thing about being a woman is the ability to have a little fun. I'm sensing a theme with the women and the Who Raised Y'all shirt. I'm also sensing a theme from you, Yolanda. What's that you smoking? I can smell it from here. Hey, I used to be a backslider. I used to be a backslider. And we got to show some love to Auntie Sugar, who sent me her Who Raised Y'all mug and a face that can only be described as quintessential Who Raised Y'all. Like, that's the quintessential Who Raised Y'all look right there. Honestly, that look should be on a t-shirt.
He's right, you know.
To all of you, happy Women's History Month. We do this every single year, right? Put up posters with the elegant fonts, pick the safe names, the ones who've been gone long enough that their anger doesn't make us uncomfortable anymore. We hand out the awards for Women's History Month. We hold the luncheons and act like we're doing someone a favor by granting them 31 days of recognition, as if history was ours to give away in the first place. And let's all take a moment, because we just came out of Black History Month, and it's bad enough that We've whitewashed history to the point where we have to go out of our way to recognize black people. But black people are what, 12% of the population? Women are half, 51% on a good day. And we have mansplained history to the point where we have to take a month to specifically acknowledge the contributions of half the population.
This doesn't make a lick of sense.
Even then, it's a lie. A comfortable, well-packaged lie, but a lie nonetheless. We talk about women's history like it's a separate wing of the building, like a special interest project. We act like men built the foundation, laid the brick, and wired the electricity, and every once in a while a woman walked in and hung a nice picture on the wall. That ain't how it went down. The bricks were held together by the labor we refused to pay for. The foundation was dug by women whose names we scrubbed off the blueprints. Every great man we worship in our textbooks was standing on the shoulders of a woman who was told to stay quiet so he could speak louder. We spent centuries taking their ideas and calling them discovery, taking their resilience and calling it duty, taking their silence and calling it consent. And now we want to be thanked for giving them a month, for acknowledging that, yes, actually, they were here the whole time. If you want to honor history, stop treating it like a memorial service for something that's over. It's happening right now. It's in the room where she's being talked over. It's in the lab where she's doing the work while he's getting the funding. It's in the home where she's holding the world together while we take credit for the gravity. Don't give them a month. Give them the microphone. And then have the courage to sit down and listen to the history they're making while we're busy pretending we're the ones in charge of the clock. Now, we're going to talk about the ones who carried the signs, the ones who flew the planes, the ones who refused to get up from the seat, and we should. But keep in mind, history isn't just the woman in the oil painting or the black and white photograph. History is the woman who taught her neighbor to read in secret because the law said her mind was a dangerous thing. It's the mother who worked 3 jobs so her daughter wouldn't have to work 1. It's the scientist whose name was left off the paper, the artist whose work was signed by her husband, and the millions of women whose history was simply survival. Because where would we be without it? They aren't just a contribution to the story. They are the story. Happy Women's History Month. When a man loves a woman. I don't know what happens then. That's kind of been my problem.